Hello, hello, hello. How are you? This is Elsa Company from bmascraftycorner, and today we're going to be making this. I am calling this a corset tuck, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It's like a corset, and you can tuck a bunch of stuff into it anywhere that you want. Real simple, easy to make with basic supplies that you have. So I'm going to get out a supply list, and I'm going to show you how I did this. And if for some reason, I've never seen it before, so if you know of somebody who's done this, let me know so we can give them credit, okay? I'm going to get the supplies out. I'll be right back. All right, supplies on this one. Your paper trimmer or cutter, corner rounder, optional if you want to round the corners, you don't have to. Some double-sided sticky tape is helpful here. You're going to want some 1/4-inch ribbon. Now, if you want to use thin elastic on this, that'll work as well. Some small eyelets, eyelet setter, and hole punch. You're going to want some cardstock. This is 110 pound. And this is just regular cardstock, Bo Bunny cardstock, 65 pound. I used 110 and 110 for the original, but you can use 65 if you want to, okay? So let me get this stuff out of the way. Now, as always, I'm going to be putting the cut list in the description box below so that you know what sizes you're looking for. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut this. This is going to be the backer piece on this one. And I'm going to cut this down to 4x6. Now, of course, you can do this any size you want. This is just for the size that I'm currently doing. So 4x6, and then the top piece which I'm going to double layer, and the reason I'm going to double layer is just because I'm going to be putting the eyelets in it. So this piece is going to be 5 3/4 by 3 3/4. So 3 3/4 wide. Make sure that when you do this, if you're using directional paper, that you cut this in the right direction. Three 3/4. And this piece is 8 inches tall, and I need it to be 5 3/4. So there's a little bit of white at the top, so I'm just going to trim that off to begin with. It's just a scant little bit. There we go. Okay. So I need this one to be 5 3/4. Yes, 5 3/4, and it is 8. So I'm going to go 2 1/4. We'll take it off the bottom. Perfect. So I'm going to cut the same thing here. It's going to be 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. 3 3/4. Let's see where we're at. Okie dokie. So that's it with the trimmer. I'm going to get rid of that. And we're just going to be working with these 3 pieces. So I'll be right back and we'll walk through the next part. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere this down. So I'm going to use some glue for that. Now you can skip this step if you're just using, you know, a single sheet of cardstock. Skip this. My hands don't want to work today, guys. I apologize. Okay. So we have that on there. And now we're going to round corners. You don't have to. I want my corners rounded. So I'm going to round my corners. I'm a little bit off here, so let me just trim that up. Okay. Alrighty, so I got all that. I'm going to round the corners on my back piece. And then I'm going to get out a pencil and a ruler. Now you'll notice on this one, these are not straight across. They're at a little bit of an angle. And how I did that was I just put my ruler here at the top, flush against the top, and I came down on one side about a half an inch, 3/4 of an inch, wherever you want to be. I'm going to go at 3/4, and then I go every inch after that. So 3/4 of an inch, 1 3/4, 2 3/4, 3 3/4. You get the idea. Okay, that's down one side. On the other side, I'm going to go 1.25 inches. So this one's a little bit different. 1.25 inches, 2.5, 3 3/4, 4 1/4, 5 1/2. Okay, and then I'm going to punch holes. So wherever I put those marks, I'm going to come in. I'm going to set my depth here for about 3/4 of an inch. Telling you, my hands are not working today. Okay. All right. So once you have all the holes done, you're going to get out 10 eyelets. Now, these can be the same color, different colors, whatever. But you're going to get out 10 eyelets. I think I'm going to use black this time. Maybe brown. I'm going to use brown. So, get out your 10 eyelets and go ahead and set those in the hole, and then we'll come back and we'll walk through the next part of this, okay? I'll be right back. All right, so once all your eyelets are set, if you're going to ink, you're going to want to get that done. And then we're going to get out our ribbon or your elastic, whatever it is you're using, and you're going to get a yard of this. So 3 feet. Takes a lot to do it. Okay. Get in the bag. Okay. All right. So we're going to start on the front, and we're going to come up through that top hole. We're going to leave about 3-4 inches, okay? Now here's the thing. You want to keep this flat. So when you put it through here, try to keep it as flat as possible. And if you need to, you know, rotate it. But you want it flat, front and back. And then you're just going to go across and you're just going to zigzag front and back all the way up. All the way down the card, okay? And just make sure that you don't let it twist. If it twists, get it flipped back around, okay? You want to keep this as flat as possible. Now, you don't want to pull this so tight that you warp the card, but you do want to keep it snug. And I got a little bit off there with that last hole. That's okay. Gives it some variety. All right, so once you have that all done, and you've got it fairly snug, I'm going to take a piece of double-sided tape. We're going to start up here towards the top. We're going to cover that up. And then we're going to make sure that we've got the next one nice and snug. And we'll cover that one up. And we're just going to kind of snug these down as we go. And then we're going to trim that off. Okay? So you can run your bone folder over this or your scissor or whatever it is you use. Okay. And then we're going to peel this up. We're going to lay that ribbon across it and then snip off the excess. See what I mean? You need 3 feet. Okay, So now that I have that on there and I have that little piece of tape, I'm going to use a little bit heavier of a glue. So I'm going to use my 3-in-1 here. Now I'm using black paper for the background, so I don't really need to worry about inking that. So I'm going to put glue all around the edge. I'm going to make sure that I don't go through the little holes though. Okay. Alrighty. And then I'm going to center this on my background. And these measurements will give you 1/8 of an inch on all sides. Okay? Once I have that centered, I'm going to turn it over and give it a nice press. And then I'm going to let this sit and dry. Okay? So as soon as this dries, I'll be right back. All right, there it is. You can put all kinds of stuff in here. Your only limit really is between the eyelets. It's about 3 inches. So you can put up to a 3-inch wide tag in there. It's entirely up to you. But you can see I got a lot of stuff in there. I put a lot of things in there. So, so you can put a lot of stuff in this thing. Let's see. If you're new here and you haven't done so already, go and hit that button for me and subscribe. Like me, ring my bell, share me with all your friends. And then your friends can be my friends, and my friends can be your friends, and our friends can get to be friends. And before you know it, we have a giant crafting community. I go live on Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays. And on Sundays, we play games. So come on out and join us. We'd love to have you. And let's see, I go live twice on Fridays. I go at 10 a.m. That's 11, 12, 1 across the country. And I go at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9, 10, and 11 across the country for Late Night Lunatics. Just a bunch of really fantastic ladies that get together and just, you know, have a little bit of a community chat and talk about whatever pops into our heads. Let's see, I have a few things going on my group, and the first of which is our Minute Mysteries. We do have Minute Mysteries going on. We're also doing a cold case over there. If you're interested in participating in that, we're looking for people who want to participate in the cold case game. And I have my challenge of 23 going on, my Projects of 23 challenge. All you have to do for that is look at the description box below, go over to the link. There's a video linked here, and it will tell you all the information that you need in order to be able to participate in that. And let's see. If you want to know the who, what, when, where, and why of my digital life, as far as what I've got coming up, any free classes that I'm offering, any projects that are coming out, any ephemera pieces that I'm building, anything like that, all you have to do is check out the community tab here on my YouTube channel or go over to my Facebook group. There's a link in the description box below. And both of those have a listing in them that will give you all of the current updated stuff. I update it on the regular, so you'll be able to come back and visit that as often as you want and see anything that I may have new coming out. That's it. That's all I have for you until I see you again. Stay well, my friends. Bye-bye.